It's capped at 60. Yes, it is. Oof. Camera's up your ass. That's good, right? Oh, here we go, boys and girls. Animations are a mixture of smooth and stiff. Oh, hang on. Pretty fast. Oh. Why do people put fucking dodge on R2? I don't get that. Especially when you use PlayStation controls. PlayStation triggers have never been good, dude. Never been good at all. Never understand why anybody wants to press this fucking shitty PS3 trigger. Okay. Can you cut stuff? I wonder if I can change anything. I'd like to not play at 60 FPS, Japan. That'd be fucking sick. Yeah, you can't change anything with the looks of this. We'll just get on with it. Oh, it feels so bad though. What's so special about that thing? Elvis. I'll avenge you if it's the last thing I do. I don't understand why some games refuse to let you customize controls. It is pretty strange, isn't it? Especially now, in the advent of accessibility and helping disabled people enjoy games and stuff. It just seems like a dick move. Or a Japanese move. Because Japan is so caught up in the way things are done. Nani? Nani? Exploration. Team Senior Agent Age. Remaining lifespan 6 days. Your face might resemble Deucalion or Deucalion, but you lack his brains and wit. So don't let it go to your head. Each time you have narrowly avoided death on a mission, you kept the underwear you were wearing as a lucky charm. Yes. Looking into the mirror before taking off on a mission. Wakatayo. You know so much about me. It must be Elvis. It's like Hellish Elvis. What the heck? I don't know either. Must have been moved into the relic. What on earth even is that thing? I wonder what this person planned to do. I think we need to focus more on the NSBs. Remember NSBs? That catchy acronym we always use playfully. Do you think we can fight again? I'm hyped for it, yeah, copy, but I've not touched it, so I don't have to get too hyped just yet. My blade broke during the last battle. In our current state, there's no way we can win if we try to take them on. If that's the case, let's try using this crystal. Drain. Acquire energy from crystals that grow around the field or items dropped after defeating an enemy. Crystal energy. Blade that was made in a hurry, it has weak durability. 4 X's. There you go. Quickly pierce or slash an enemy by holding Y. Modifiers. Helmbreaker. Something to do with skills. When durability falls below a certain level, all remaining durability will be consumed to launch an attack. Break blade attack. How did you make that blade? Oh, here we go. Now our sword's an actual sword. Look at that. Interesting, it stores memory. Yeah, it memories your inputs even if you move. Good. Very generous buffet.
どうにか使えるだろう。
Ah, there we go. That's nice sound effects. Oh, there was no sound on the end. What? Lol. The old silent slam. I'm familiar. Okay. At last again with Elvis Presley as a character, can you imagine? Elvis? Healing pocket. Use energy to restore HP. Plus 100. 12 hours remaining. There you go. I like how non-threatening the music is. Oh, you can't go down there. Damn, that's pretty rigid. I whacked my man. Slash out of 10. Can you whack these? This is what happens when Japan starts playing Destiny, like 7 years later. Finally figured out resourcing. Accelerate time? Press up to accelerate time. Love how the cursor came up then. No way! The crystal's recharged from accelerating time. It can even control time? Yes, it says accelerated time, you tit. Oh, this dialogue is off the charts. Here we go. How'd you hear of this game? I'm always looking for games, Sutton. Like, people think that the streamer's job is just this part, but unfortunately, there are many nights spent downloading things, testing things to see if they run and stream, and then being very disappointed and immediately uninstalling them. Every so often, one of those nights goes well, and you find some stuff that might be cool. So I check Steam demos. I check YouTube videos for like top 10 shooters in 2021 or top 10 action games, and it's all fake bullshit trailers and click cores and shit. Then I go on several different websites. It's a fucking full-time job. It's ridiculous. Especially in 2021. It used to be fun as hell because there used to be shit you'd find, but now, like, I can scroll on a key site for 40 minutes and see nothing. Except for hentai. Lots and lots of hentai. Here we go. Evade the enemy's attack and run. Dash right before receiving damage to become invincible. Can be used to drag. Okay. I will drag you! Hang on. I keep pressing circle. See, movement's pretty fast. Telegraph's pretty fair. Nice dodge. And it even Glane. Hang on. I press circle again. Dude, my brain is so hard. Ha! Never get me in the slammer. That was very unsatisfying. Ooh, that was such a delay. I didn't expect it to be that long. Damn, he got hyper armor then. You see that? Come here. My guy's just going nuts. I'm not even pressing anything, dude. I didn't do anything then. I literally pressed the trigger and he started fucking auto-comboing. That was something. So the problem with this game, immediately, coming from an action game background, is you get more than you press. And I don't know if anybody else feels a big disconnect from that. This is one of the things that bugs me the most in action games. I press square and triangle. That is a 2 input. I should get 2 moves, right? But I don't. Watch this. That's 3 moves. I don't like that. That is something that has to be learned, and it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel natural when your guy starts doing crazy things. Obviously, the more you play, the more you'll get used to the buttons doing more than one thing, but it never feels as impactful as if when you press it, you get what you want. So immediately, I feel a looseness towards my connection with the character, and that is foundationally not what you want. But it could be pretty cool. It seems like it's got some nice ideas. It's got frame pacing issues, I'll tell you that much. Because my frames are solid 60 and I see inconsistencies. I hit 2 buttons. So if you press square, you get this. But if you press square then triangle, you get this. He does a cut after the square, then he does a launcher. He should just do 1 hit into the launcher, but he doesn't. The triangle is a 2 hit. For some reason. See, every one of these enders seems to hit twice, have 2 components to them. And it hurts the game. Like, that's okay. When you see him start a move, it feels like the same move, right? So when you do that one, for instance, and he spins, that feels like just a big Y move, and you understand that, and your brain sees that and goes, oh, I'm in this for a while. But when you see a small move, they're not the same move. That's 2 moves, and when it's 2 moves, there's a disconnect. Well, it's not the end of the world. Here we go. Purple crystals. Absorb the energy from the purple crystal to craft a module it contains. Holding B on this instead of just breaking it with your weapon is also an interesting choice. I don't really get that. Maybe that's like a Monster Hunter thing or some other game in Japan that's massively popular that people like doing. That just seems like a, why am I holding when I can be breaking? You can't air dodge either. I love how stilted that jump is. It looks sick. Auto combos are terrible. It depends, you know. They do good things for new players, but they can definitely hurt the experience of the experienced. It could be Mega, yeah. It's a terrain radar that was used by the Frontier. I wonder if it's like those poles in Lost Planet. It looks like it's still working. Let me see if it can be used. Lots of crystals, yeah. Tons of crystals so far, Brasco. But we are hungry for some decent action games, and maybe this is a good interim, you know? Because apparently Babylon's Fall is really bad, so that's not going to save us. And I don't even know what the next action game is outside of Elden Ring, and we all know what Elden Ring's going to play like, because we've already bloody played it. We've been playing it for a decade. Helvis. Can we contact the mothership? It would be great if we could contact Dusalion directly or teleport to him. It was a closed beta then, and everybody that got in said it was bad. Ruben came in the other day and said it wasn't Platinum's quality at all, so that's kind of concerning. I'm detecting some very powerful energy in the depths of the forest. With the amount of energy, there's a good chance that it's a space ship. Really? I guess we have no other choice. Okay, blades can be enhanced. Elvis can be enhanced. Why wouldn't I do both of these things? Here we go. Blade attribute enhancement. You can improve the blade's abilities by consuming crystal fragments. Oh, interesting. It's got like a sphere grid. A very modest one. What do we got? So, we have that one. Damage dealt by all steel blades. Press and hold adds a range attack to Y. Increased damage of all steel blades. Expands the attack range. Interesting. Wow, that's an odd thing, isn't it? Instead of giving you a new move, or adding like damage to it, it extends the range. Huh. Expands the explosion. So all these do is they augment the existing combos by giving them more range. Kind of interesting. Set Naro was doing some streams of Babylon's Falls beta game, looks and plays like absolute snowfest. I'm looking forward to playing it because I love Platinum, but I don't think it's going to be what it needs to be. Repel the enemy's attack using a change blade attack to become invincible for a short period of time. Change blade. Mid-air attack enhancement. Increase the number of attacks dealt by that. And we've got what's up here. Break blade attack enhancement increases the durability level at which the break blade attack can be used. And we've got more of that. Break blade always inflicts a critical hit. I'm curious what this break blade stuff is. You can pre-order Elden Ring to get a free gesture? Really? That's dumb. I don't really like that. But improve Aegis equipment using power gears to activate various skills. The material that is required to... Oh, that's that thing that's floating next to us, isn't it? Oh, look at this. We've got Blade Shockwave. Did you see that, though? The enemy just attacked through everything he was doing then. There wasn't really a good sense of weight because he kind of outdid his welcome. Increased number of modules you can equip. Shockwave is generated when you switch blades. Interesting, swapping weapons seems to be a mechanic in this game. It gives you some kind of benefit. That looks very Cloud-inspired, that pose. What is this? You're able to jump multiple times in... Oh my goodness. I've already got that. What the fuck? I thought it was an extra jump. You can use dash after jumping. You can jump quickly during... Oh, look, jump cancels. Huh. Interesting. And they call it cancel jump, because why not? Oh, dude, look at that. That's like on Wonderful 101, where you do the dodge and you leave the fucking... The mine behind you. You know, like the that ring you can use in Bayonetta so that when you do a dodge when you've got no witch time, it plants a bomb. That's funny. I like the idea of your jump being able to deal damage, though. That's kind of cool. So, become invincible for a short period of time upon... Oh, wow. You have to upgrade to get iframes. That I do not like. Damage increases when critical range is activated. Critical rage. Huh. Only increases critical rage duration. Stores a small amount of HP upon attacking during critical rage. This is your wire thing, right? Use the wire consecutively to activate quantum warp. Interesting, like he did a dive kick then. Oh, look, dude, that's better. That's a lot better. It's interesting that it's an upgrade, but that's better than holding circle all the time. Inflicts damage on all enemies in your path while traveling through a quantum warp. Huh. We do the Helvis. You can improve Helvis' skills. Increase the number of time shift charges. Increase recovery. I don't really know why you would want to do that other than to get resources back. Interesting though. Reminds me of DMC's Gauntlet weapons having a damaging... That is a staple, isn't it? Although I don't really see... Like, to me, when it comes to the jump, I think Ifrit. I don't think anything else, because it actually was useful. What if they want you to get that, like, draining thing from that? Most enhanced previous, you've got to do one of these, don't you? It's kind of rough. So rough. I don't really care. Enhance me, see what it does, see if we notice anything. Probably won't. I don't really get R2 for dodge. Kind of a rip that for me. Especially on this control scheme. What's that? A crystal? No word for crystal in Japanese, apparently. It would be nice if somebody could make an ease clone. Just completely change where it goes and whatnot. Less focus, but keep that combat. Because what ease does really well, it does really well. But it also does a lot of things that I think could be left by the wayside. Interesting, I have to get some kind of like fiery sword to go through there. Nobody will make an ease clone though, because when people look at ease, everybody goes, wow, why does this game have PlayStation graphics in 2021? And they just fundamentally misunderstand why it's a good game. Hey, this is a blue version, sorry, a red version of the blue guys. Lock onto enemy using the right thumbstick. Have some fun with this guy. He's gonna charge me. That looks so weird. It doesn't feel right. The feedback on it isn't there. Didn't have a move to get me off his bumhole either. Oh damn! That's the best. Item pull. Elvis will loot all nearby items of low importance. Cool. Music could be better. You don't like the sick music, dude? Chugga 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 chugga. Just play some Metal Gear Rising in the background. The katana inflicts more damage on biological enemies and grants stiffening effect. Huh. Interesting. We've got different. I like how it tells you what stuff does. That's kind of cool. Move toward a nearby enemy and attack while in midair. Jump skill. Huh. Interesting. My game needs to have the highest graphical fidelity or giant anime titties, otherwise it's just not worth playing. Hey, well, Ease might have you on the titty front because they've definitely gone more titty than they used to. Like, it's not quite bloody Star Ocean with that Fiora character where all you could see was her ass the whole time, but it's still pretty titty. So how do you swap weapon? Okay, I get it. Interesting, that seems like it loops into itself. Oh no, it doesn't, it doesn't. Look at that, that's 2 button presses. That's fucking stupid. Ooh, there's something on the end of that. Ah! Kind of interesting. The audio seems out of sync on it though. Sounds kind of weird. At least they tried with the animations though. There's some nice stuff in this. This is interesting too. See this? This is as fast as I can tap a button without like putting my hand into a stupid position to do it, right? It's pretty slow. But you know if you press it and you time it? If you try to time it, look at that. It rewards actually timing instead of just straight mashing by being incrementally faster. Which is kind of cool. And you've got to be quite precise as well, even though it does feel a bit murky. So it's obviously looking for you not to mash. It doesn't want you to mash. It wants you to press things and press them intelligently, which is quite nice. Huh. Because I was running. How did I do that? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, that auto releases. What if you can just frame it? No. And you can transition between swords mid-fight. Interesting. So you're going to be able to combo between 4 different weapons with 4 different movesets. That's actually kind of sick. Pretty interesting. Stiffening effect is too strong. This is true. That's a cool feature. It is, dude, yeah. Hey, just taught me how to swap weapons. Not a great sense of like impact on a lot of that. When I swing a sword, I want to hear something crazy happen. See, look, we don't have the element now. That's a new one. And over here we've got infighting, quantum warp. So if you press it once, you pull them to you. If you press it twice, you go to them. That's kind of cool. Interesting, you can't. Ah, not with me. That's funny. Dude, that's so weird though, having that do 2 hits like that. No idea what's going on here. He's just doing what he wants. Fucking hell. Interesting though. Pretty interesting. Ooh, an upgrade. Each time you attack with a katana skill, biological enemies will start to reveal their weakness, allowing you to defeat them in one blow. The weakness gauge of biological enemies is shown above their HP bar. There's a way to build big kills on things that potentially you can't hurt that well. Could be interesting. I like the fact that the enemies actually do stuff in this too. A lot of indie games seem very afraid to let enemies do much to the player. I think it's because in Japan especially, they're trying to cater to the Muso audience because they know it's so big. So by having the enemies stand there so you can whoop their ass, it satisfies those players that just want to mash and be brainless. Let's see if you can just swing through my normal hit. Yes, you can. Right there. I was in it so deep as well I couldn't cancel it with the dodge. So you do get a decent leeway wailing on them, but they'll attack through what you do, as they should. It'd be nice if they stopped you though, if they just kind of, like in God Hand, where you attack their guard and they put you on the defense and then try to beat you up. Well, that guy's big. Can he get this way? Yeah, he can. Cool. Cool 2 hits. Oh. press circle. Fuck. Whoops. Dude, filling that bar's... Oh, wow, he's got good range. Filling that bar's going to be tough as hell. Whoa, he's got really good range. Good for you, sir. Is he running away? What are you doing? Stop running away, bitch.